What's going on, squad? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money on the Internet podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we are joined by my clients for Pod Chats. I've got an exciting announcement for everybody, okay? For the last year, my live streams have been banned on social media because I posted a screenshot of my client, Abram, doing $535,000 in 30 days, and Instagram thought that was a scam, so they banned me from live streaming. Long story short, August 20th is the day that my live streaming gets unbanned. And starting August 20th and moving forward, I'm going to be going back to doing 5 podcast episodes a week. So I wanted to make that public commitment, that public declaration. I'm already doing 7 YouTube videos a week, just like a daily documentation of my life as a business owner. But I want to get back into the business coaching daily where I'm giving value, whether that's sales tactics, content tips, Instagram algorithm stuff, AI stuff. I want to consistently get back into the habit of giving my audience value. So if you enjoy the Change Lives, Make Money on the Internet podcast, get ready because we're coming back, baby. We're coming back to 5 episodes a week. All right. Without further ado, let's enjoy our pod chats call. These are my clients that are doing $10,000 a month plus. If you are in the 25K accelerator and you're listening to this and you're like, how do I get on these calls? As soon as you hit 10K, homie, send me a message and you automatically get invited to the calls. All right, let's go. Mr. Kelvin Azu. What's up, brother? How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. What's going on?
Not much, bro. Tell me some wins.
Signed another monthly client today at $397 a month. I just hit, I was going to be announced 50K on Instagram, but it's 55. So I got like 6,000 followers in the past day and a half. So that was pretty cool. Kind of brings me to my question. So I launched a magnetic giveaway for the 50,000 follower milestone. And I've been following kind of like exactly what's in the module to fill it.
Yep.
But I have a weird situation right now where I can't start new conversations on Instagram. It's letting ManyChat do that, but I can't like manually send a message. So I'm just wondering, like, should I just for every conversation that I have right now, should I try to put that person in the giveaway, or should I continue also trying to book calls?
So just so I'm super clear, the ManyChat, when somebody replies to the ManyChat, Kelvin, for the giveaway, so are they automatically getting into your DMs?
I don't have the ManyChat set up for the giveaway. I just have some running in the background. I have the new follower, and then I have a resource that's been going out.
You don't have a ManyChat set up for the giveaway? You fucking crazy?
I guess so, yeah.
How do they enter? They DM you?
Yeah. So I have right now I have a poll up on my so it's the same thing like comment on the post, comment like 50K,
Yeah.
tag 3 friends, and then DM me your goals.
Okay. I was like, holy fuck, we're not getting those people in the DMs. I was stressed out. Okay, we're good. Stress me out. All right. If they DM
But
you, we're
if
good.
there's yeah, but I mean like so I'm going through trying to find my warmer leads, people I've seen in my stories, and if it's
Yep.
somebody I haven't spoken to, I can't manually start a conversation with them. The only conversations I'm starting right now are the ones that are happening from like my ManyChat resource and the new follower.
Got it. Understood. So yeah, with those leads, Kelvin, you can absolutely just continue on with call booking. I wouldn't send them all to the giveaway. How many giveaway entries do you have so far?
Only two. That's the thing. It's like real slow.
With 50,000 follower giveaway post, you only have 2. That's extremely strange.
Yeah,
And
only two people.
that's it's strange enough for me to investigate. Give me a sec. I need to investigate this. Kelvin, what's your
It's the heavy metal dad.
heavy metal dad?
Nope. So the underscore heavy metal underscore dad. Yeah, right
Gotcha.
there.
Where's the $1,200 giveaway? And then stories. And so these people, if I vote on your story right
Only a
now,
couple. I reached out to one of them. He then signed up. So that was actually the second sign up came from here.
for the giveaway,
Mhm.
what are your story views at right now?
That one was like 200 something, which is actually pretty low for when I post a poll after deleting the rest of them. I've usually been getting like 700 to 1200 ish.
Interesting. My guess is it's not super clear. Like there's a lot going on in the photo and it's not super clear what it is. Whereas like if you go to mine, I'll show you mine as an example, Kelvin, because I want to help coach you on this. If I go to archive, I want to go to my stories, I go to my posts. Okay, this is it. So the difference is right here. So it's extremely obvious what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's extremely obvious because it's like it's so fucking big and bold. Whereas like with marketing, it's like you got to grab their attention, you got to let them know what it is. Whereas like if I look at yours, heavy metal dad right here. So it's like it's distinctly it's like it's small difference,
Mm.
but it makes a big details. So it's like big, like 70,000 giveaway where it's like, holy fuck, it's like the entire purpose of the photo. So I
Mm.
think that the reason that we didn't do as well as we wanted to is because this doesn't feel super clear to me. It says there's 43 comments. Where's the rest of the comments?
43.
Oh, wait, I'm retarded. It says 13 comments. Never mind. Yeah. So my advice is there's 2 people that entered the giveaway. You can push it on your stories for another 24 to 48 hours, but I would just consider this a flop to be transparent with you. I wouldn't be sending
Okay.
all of my traffic to this because if you've already got warm leads in the DMs, I would just get them to book in for sales calls. Sometimes I do things that flop. Like I ran a masterclass last week where I actually lost $15,000. So I would just shrug it off. But the next one that you do, we've got to make it very, very clear. So if you notice the difference between mine and yours is like mine's very clear what it is, whereas it's like it's hard to read yours. It was like this is like the feature. It's like very featured. It's like this is what the thing is.
Yeah, I see that. And like looking at it now looking at them next to each other, like it's definitely easy to overlook.
Yeah. So it's like if I were to swipe across this on my newsfeed, I don't think I would fully understand what it's for.
Okay.
Even if we go to, I'll show you the follow-up. I want to show you the whole thing because I think even the second slide is a perfect example of what I'm talking about because it's got to be super clear and easy to read on slide 1. It's also got to be super clear and easy to read on slide 2 because slide 2 is where you're going to go over the rules for the campaign. And if people read the rules of the campaign and they don't exactly understand or they don't really know what it is, because it's hard to read the text and they're going to scroll. So I'll show you mine. So you see just even slide 2, and then I want to see slide 3 as well. Slide 3. Okay. So slide 2 is coming in. I just want to show you the difference between slide 1 and slide 2. So slide 2 is right here. So slide 2 versus slide 2. Notice how much easier it is to read mine.
Yeah, mine's kind of,
it's hard for the viewer to see. And if it's hard for the viewer to see and understand the rules, they're just not going to enter. I'm also like, you notice the difference between mine and yours is that to celebrate which means you'll get 3 $10,000 full year programs. So I'm giving away one spot in my 12-week coaching program. So there's no value attached to it here. Whereas like here, I attached a value to it, so they know what the value of the actual program is. Whereas like here, we don't attach a value to it. So yeah, I think that it was just a marketing thing.
should I put the price, like the next time I do one, should I put the cost of the program or the value of it with that?
Yep. So I would put the value. Yeah. Sorry. It's like I celebrate 700K followers. We're giving away a $1,200 16-week or 12-week coaching program. Blah, 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 blah. Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So to answer your question, no, I would just book calls.
Sounds good. I'm on it.
All right, bro. You come to the event?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be there the whole week.
My boy. Can't wait to see you, bro.
I'm hanging out with Cole on like the 16th. I want his like VIP thing from the book.
Oh shit. That's exciting.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Are you just hanging out with them the whole day?
I think it's a few hours, like half a day, something like that.
Oh, dude, that's fucking sick. Yeah, I need to let you know how rare that is because Cole is a fucking Nazi with his time, bro. Like Nazi. I don't remember the last time Cole and I spent 4 hours together. It's rare. So that's a big move, bro. I'm excited for you.
I'm pumped for the event. I look forward to it.
Appreciate you, bro. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, Brian. Thank you.
Peace. Shane, my boy. What's up, G?
Going on, brother? How you doing, man? How's you and the family going?
Dude, me and the family are doing great. Cleo's starting to crawl around like she owns the place now. Things are fucking great, bro. Yes, sir.
Getting things off the coffee tables, mate. She'll get into everything.
How you doing, my boy? Tell me some wins.
This wins. I've had a 7K week this week, which is good. On the back end of holidays and not doing much and sort of letting the everything slide a little bit. It's good to catch up.
But how good is that to realize that you can take holidays and come back to have a $7,000 week?
Yeah, man. I was fucking like, to be honest, I was coming back and like, fucking the bank account's just been drained from this holiday. I'm like, I need some cash, bro.
That's cool, bro. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Look, I've got a couple of questions for you. So I used to have a podcast I used to do, and I really enjoyed doing those podcasts. But when you've sort of lit the fire on me about go live again soon.
Yep.
But when I was doing my podcast, I'd spend 5-6 days researching topics to make sure I had everything bang, 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 bang. I want to go live at least 3 times a week. How do you get your topics and how do you stay sort of fresh and keep it engaged? And just like basically quick snapshot, how do you get your topics?
That's a great question. To get yourself into the flow, Shane, like I've been doing podcasting now for the last 6 years. And so I'll tell you what I used to do because I want to give you value for where you're at is what I used to do is I would sit down for 30 minutes in the morning and I would ask myself what is fresh on my mind or what are recent conversations I've had with clients or what's a recent Instagram post that I did or a recent coaching call that I did or a recent coaching moment I had with my clients. And then I would sit down and I would turn that into a podcast. So that's what I did is I would take things that I was already speaking about or concepts I was already writing about on social media, reels that I've already posted that have performed well, and I would turn those into podcasts. If your goal is to produce at volume, which is 3 times a week, then my recommendation would be like, I'm not saying don't do that because maybe that was one of the things that made your podcast super valuable. But Shane, maybe you do 1 podcast episode a week where you spend 2 to 3 hours researching. And then the other 2 are like fucking in the moment. You're a great coach. You've been doing this for fucking 15 years, So I know that you know your shit off the top of your head. So you can just talk about the best way to lose 15 pounds without restrictive dieting. And you can talk about a conversation you had with one of your clients recently. You talk about the lesson that you had with that client. So yeah, I think that go off of your own experience is what I would say. go off of what you're already speaking about on social media, go off of conversations you're already having with your clients, and that will make it significantly easier for you to produce podcasts and content at volume.
Okay. And when you go on actual physically live on IG, whatever, they don't have to be super long, do they? You're talking like 5, 10, 15 minutes. As long as I want to really just talk for you.
Yeah. I try to make my podcast a minimum of 10 minutes, Shane. So that's the rule that I have, is a minimum of 10 minutes, because when you're going live on Instagram, like it typically will take a couple minutes for people to tune in. When I go live as well, Shane, you're posting on Facebook too, right?
Yeah.
So I would go out and get a second phone. I don't know if you have 2 phones.
I've got 3.
Oh, there we go. So going live on Facebook and Instagram at the exact same time, so you get double the live streams. I spend a couple minutes bullshitting and welcoming people to the live, blah, 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 blah. And then once I have enough people, on each live stream, then I'm like, all right, guys, let's dive in. And then I just record the podcast. 10 minutes.
Sick. That's easy.
Yeah.
Mate, I've got a question about profanity. Like, I'm ex-Navy, I'm Australia. I swear like fucking an old sailor, right? About swearing. Like I said, I swear. As me, it's who I am. I've noticed there's been a few reels, and I've had some little notifications come up on Instagram saying this is, what to say again? Basically saying that I've sworn in here, or the comments got some sort of profanity in it, and it could be harmful to people. So there's been a few little things that popped up saying that maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Has anyone noticed, or have you noticed with using swearing or swearing in your reels or whatever, it's being limited in reach or anything?
No, but do you blur out, like when you're doing the captions, do you like star out the fuck and stuff?
No.
You got to do that. So like, I really don't. Yeah. So if you go watch my content, like I swear like a fucking trucker, bro.
Yeah.
I try to do it as much as possible in terms of like the edit to make sure that the swears get out, but sometimes it slips through. But here I didn't. But here, like I make 1.5 million a month, and here's the fucked up thing about money. I try to start out as much as I possibly can. Sometimes I'm lazy as fuck and it slips through. But as an example, like this reel definitely did not get limited reach. We're at 173,000 views on this reel. So yeah, it's not an issue. I would say that as much as possible, you wanna beep out the swears. So like just like the K when you're doing the captions.
Gotcha. I can do that.
And bro, look at Cole's fucking content.
I know, right? He goes off, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just want to make sure, because like I said, I swear like you all the time.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be a Chatto question. The check-in process. Is there a way to hook up Claude with EverFit? Because I know if you've got more than 500 clients, then you can apply for an enterprise agreement, enterprise plan, and get the API. I'm trying to compress my check-in process.
I'll tag him and I'll text him and I'll tell him to get back to you in the chat. So yeah, I have no fucking idea, because I'm not, when it comes to the nitty gritty behind the scenes, I'm that stuff. I'm like, no, AI and content I'm good at, but anything else, I'm like, pass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll text him right now. Yo, can you get back to Shane? I just posted in the 10K chat. He has a question about AI and content. I just texted him.
Sweet. And then Heavy Metal Daddy just give me an idea. So I'm about to hit 2,000 posts on my Instagram. Would it, instead of doing a follower, hey, giveaway, I've hit X amount of followers. What about, hey, my 2,000 post giveaway? Do the same?
Yeah, it's a great idea. Love that idea.
Okay, sweet. I'll do that.
Yeah. Cool.
Appreciate
you, bro.
Peace.
Have the best day of your life. Good to see you.
You too.
Peace. Jackie. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Jackie. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
I know I'm going to see you at the event, right?
No, I wish I could be there.
Oh, Jackie, you break my heart.
I know. Okay, so my win is my content's slowly starting to do better. So I love that. And then I have a question on it. So the ones that are really doing well are like the workout ones where like either like I'm in the gym being like just dumbing down an exercise to like the basics. But the ones that do even better on Facebook are the ones where I'm not talking. Like, it's just like, here's the full workout. And it's just like real quick transitions, like 20 seconds or less. So, but it's not talking. So how often should I post those videos? Because anytime I post them, they usually do really well.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What type of content is that? It's not
that
a trick
would be
question.
Awareness, right?
Yes, you're absolutely correct. That would be awareness. I'm going to show you guys. I have a new way of explaining it. I did this on the Million Dollar Mastermind the other day, and everybody was like, oh, so I want to explain it to you guys in a new way that I've found to explain it so that it kind of clicks. So the analogy that I'll give you is, I want to share it with everybody. I want you guys to pretend you guys own a country bar. All right. So you own a country bar. You're like a country bar owner, Jackie. All right. Now there's a bunch of different ways to advertise your country bar. Let's say you put your country bar on a billboard. Okay. If you put your country bar on a billboard, who's going to see the billboard?
People that are driving by.
And it's like anyone that's driving, right? Anyone and everyone's going to see the billboard.
I see. Okay.
There's going to be people that are like fucking 17-year-old girls that are driving to high school. There's going to be 65-year-old grandmas that are going to get their morning coffee. There's going to be a wide variety of people are going to see this billboard. Anyone that is driving by this billboard is going to see it. Okay. But let's pretend you put an advertisement on a country music radio station. Who's going to listen to that advertisement?
I see. Just the people you want to go.
Yeah. People that are like interested in country music, right? and the avatar. So it's likely that those people, the avatar, are obviously going to, want to come to your country bar because they're within that demographic. But what if you shook somebody's hand and you said, "Hey, Jackie, you should come to my country bar"? So like there's 3 different types of marketing. You can do billboard advertising, you can do radio station advertising, and you can also do handshake advertising. My question is, which one is the most effective, Jackie?
I would say the handshake.
Handshake?
Well, for conversion, the handshake. For
Correct.
awareness, the first one.
Right. But I would say the most effective strategy would be doing all 3. Because if you had a billboard, right, where like people were driving by and then somebody saw it, and then they were listening to a radio station and they heard the country bar name, and then you went up to them in person, you shook their hand, you said, "Hey, you should come to my country bar." They're going to be like, "Oh yeah, like I've seen the billboard and I actually heard that ad on the radio station. I would love to come check out the country bar." Does that make sense to everybody?
They already had 3 touch points.
Does that make sense? Is everybody following? Does that track? So we got billboards, radio stations, and handshakes. All right. So if you think about the content strategy we just talked about, what type of content is the content that gets a lot of views for you on your page where you're not talking? Is that a billboard, radio station, or handshake?
Billboard.
Ding! You nailed it. So it's a billboard. Okay. So how would we make it a radio station piece of content?
Then we would talk to my specific avatar with their specific pain points. So that's when I would be in the gym and be like, okay, if you want to talk to them in their language, etc.
Yeah. How would you make it a handshake piece of content?
Like even more specific?
Very specific with an invitation.
Okay, understood.
Very specific with an invitation. Is that clicked it for everybody? Does that make sense? So billboard would be B-roll video, Jackie in the gym, showing exercises, seen by everybody. Radio station would be, if you're a woman in your 30s that struggles to lose weight, then follow this, 5-step workout plan to help you get results. Handshake content would be like, if you're a woman in your 30s that's struggling to lose body fat and you have no idea what to do, follow this 5-step plan, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the video, by the way, if you're watching this and you want some help with your fitness journey and you need some extra support, then comment or DM fat loss and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help. Billboards, radio stations, and handshakes. So what percentage of your content should be that? 40%, 40%, 20%.
Okay. I love the exact numbers. My brain's can really process that well.
That's funny.
Okay. So, and then your 40% is not just going to be workouts because you want to go like nutrition and workouts in that 40% bucket and other stuff.
What are some other examples of billboard content? People type it in the chat.
I would say like it could be relationship content for me, not in a relationship. So it'd be more like dog content, like viral dog. Okay. Understood.
Funny content about being a woman.
I see.
I'm on my period content, fucking the feels that you get, like, where like all of it.
So that's your 40% bucket. So it's not just the workouts. Okay. Correct. Understood. That's super helpful. Now, the other type of content that has done well is like, if I go to chat and like, I just dumb this shit down to like weight loss for dummies, basically. And so like I had chat make what to eat and like make this little plate. And like, these people are just, it's wild to me. But that did really well for a CTA, right? Like where they're commenting for a training or whatever. So how often should I make shit like that? Would that be more, again, like what bucket would you consider that?
Radio station.
I see.
Radio station, because you're speaking to the niche, right?
Okay.
Like as an example, right? If we do radio station content, like radio station is like you're inviting them to your country music bar. Just because they listen to country music doesn't mean they want to go to the bar. Just like in fitness, like when you're posting fitness content towards women, it's like they might not be interested in joining your fitness program, but they're definitely interested in fitness and weight loss and nutrition. So like you're posting to that demographic. You're posting in that realm.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah. And then my avatar, like soft CTAs, like, invite them to a challenge, warm them up. It's like fucking dating. Like you got to buy them a drink and all this shit.
Yeah.
So anyways, how often would you do the soft CTAs?
A lot. Like if you look at my content, like I would say almost every second piece of content has a mini chat CTA on it. Because I want to drive.
You said every piece or every
second piece, like every second piece. If you scroll through my page, I don't want to paraphrase Jack, but just go to my page and just scroll through the last 15 posts. And I'm like 99% sure it's every second piece of content.
Like every other one.
Every other one. Yep.
Okay, cool. That is very helpful. Thank you for that. One other question. So I just got my life coaching certificate because that's how I coach. And people have told me that for ever since I've coached, like, you're like my life coach. So how do I integrate this into like my current like content strategy? Like, is it like a sprinkle? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, because obviously I'm still doing fitness coaching. I've always just integrated it in, if you will.
Yeah. I think you have to, like, the life coach is a broad term. I think you have to, because if you just say I'm a life coach, then
I think I could say like fitness and life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so the main is still fitness.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you use broad terms, you paint yourself with a broad brush. And so when you say life coach, what are you actually helping people with?
I would say so it's all around fitness. So the main thing is like helping them overcome binge eating, helping them overcome binge drinking or whatever. So that's like the main problem. Obviously, like I'm not a therapist. So like, but a lot of them will like slowly stop drinking. And I mean, you get it, like fitness does that. You know what I mean? So that's like the main problem. So it is really fitness correlated.
Yeah, it's just like hard because it's like, again, it's kind of like if I put fitness coach in my bio, then I paint myself with a broad brush. But if I put fitness coach for moms over 30 that want to lose 15 pounds, then I paint myself with a specific brush. So the only problem that I would say that life coaching content, instead of viewing it as life coaching content, Jackie, what I would view it as is the problems that you're solving through your ability to life coach. And that's what I would speak to in my content. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Okay. So just talk more about binge eating and how I would actually solve that problem.
Yes.
Okay.
And how you've solved that problem, how you've helped clients solve that problem. And you can do results disclaimers in your videos being like, listen, I'm not a therapist. This is just what's worked for me because I can talk about binge eating because I was a binge eater, you know?
Yeah.
So like, then you can paint yourself in the coach brush with the disclaimer brush and it will be equally as effective.
So it's not too much I need to go. Like, I mean, I probably could change my bio, but I mean, I know that's really not that important.
Yeah, it's not that important. What's important is the content on your page.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then would you recommend like increasing like my pricing with this?
I think what you could do is you could have an option where like, how much is your high ticket offer right now?
Well, I have a group, which is 333. I have 1-to-1, which is 555. And then I have like, I don't really sell this one anymore, but I could. It's 777. It includes calls weekly.
So
maybe that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah. So that's the one because that's where they would get the extra coaching and the support.
Okay. And then maybe the 1-to-1 is also the life one too, like without the calls. Okay. I like it. Okay. This is very clear.
I'm assuming you're selling more of the 333 right now, right?
Yes, it's the hottest one, but I'd be open to selling other ones, of course.
Yeah. So then all you have to do is like lean on the 555 as the most popular one. And then you could talk about the reason that, so like one of my clients in the Millionaire Mastermind, her name is Nicole Gomez. I'm going to share a screen.
Yeah, I remember her.
Nicole Gomez is awesome. Let's go. She's got a couple really cool posts in the program recently, but I want to show you guys this one specifically. She's made $1 million. She just posted this 30 minutes ago. I still haven't had a chance to love it yet, but she's made $1 million USD since working with us. And I wanted to share that with you guys because one of the things that she did, Jackie, recently that increased her cash collected per sale by double was a simple fix. All she did is she used to be recommending her 6-month-long program as the most popular option. And now she's recommending her 12-month-long program as the most popular option. All she did, literally nothing else changed in her sales script, nothing else changed in her process. When she price presented, she's like, yep, there's a couple options to work with me, but the most popular option is the 12-month option. And that one is, $5K for 12 months instead of saying $2,500 for 6 months. So just recommend the 555 as the most popular option.
Okay. Because right now I say we have two different options. We have the 333 and the 555. And then they usually choose the 333.
But we've got two different options. We've got the 777 or the 555, and the 555 is the most popular option.
I love it. Okay. So the 333 is like in your back pocket.
That's your back pocket offer.
Okay. Understood. And then that one would be like fitness coaching only.
Correct.
Cool. Super helpful. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Have the best day of your entire life.
You as well. Thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Dylan, my man, my boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the gigantic human. What's up, Dylan?
Hey, B. What's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. First of all, I just want to say you're killing it, bro. I'm seeing more and more of my mates pop up in this call. You got Shane and Chris Webb in here, and I'm hearing about you around the gym as well. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good things, I hope.
Yeah, all good things. Of course, all business related as well.
Hell yeah, bro. That's sick. Thank you so much, bro.
So anyway, my question is, because I've changed my client avatar now, thanks to Jill Danny. He helped me come up with that because, I've been doing the single dad thing. I've always done it. And I've put my story out now, as you would have seen. Yep. I want to know, because I know you say, put your story out there so much that it makes you sick. Like you want to vomit every time you talk about your story. How much is too much? And because I don't want to make it sound like a sob story. So what would be too much of putting my story out there? And I realize this needs to be surrounded in value posts and all of that as well.
Yep.
How would I go about structuring that? And how much is too much?
It's a great question. The only reason I'm hesitating is because it depends on your level of tolerance. So for me, like there's not a lot I haven't shared on social media. Like there's not a lot I haven't shared. Like I've shared that, I used to steal. I've shared that I was an addict. I've shared that my mom kicked me out when I was 8. I've shared that I didn't meet my dad until I was 26. Like I've shared pretty much everything. I think it's the way in which I share my story that allows me to share it consistently, because I share my story with the hero's arc. And so the hero's arc is essentially, when I'm sharing my story, Dylan, I'm never sharing it from a place of weakness. I'm always sharing it from a place of strength. And an example of that is I'll talk through the story and then I'll pause and I'll talk about what I'm doing. So my mom kicked me out when I was 8 years old and I never met my dad. And when I was younger, I literally hated women for my entire life, because how could you love, it was hard for me to love women when the first woman that I ever fell in love with broke my heart. And so anytime a woman would get close to me, I would basically ruthlessly sabotage the relationship and I would burn it to the ground. And it wasn't until I actually did the deep work on myself and I learned how to forgive my mom for basically being 17 years old and raising me, and she was doing the best that she could with the information that she had at the time. And through that forgiveness, what I realized is that the pain that I was trying to inflict on her by hating her was actually only negatively impacting me. And so if I can tell you anything from what I've learned from my own personal experience, is that you have to learn how to let go of the pain that you feel towards other people, because anger towards other people is a poison that you hope affects them, but only negatively impacts you. So what I do here is I talk about, I usually open with a bang. And then like the most controversial, like I cheated on my wife when I was in 2013 and 2019, or I stole money out of my grandma's purse, or, my mom kicked me out as 8, whatever. I usually open with the most controversial thing because that's usually the thing that's going to hook people in. And then I'll go to the depths of the story, Dylan. Then I'll talk about the turning point. And then I'll talk about what I learned and the transformation I went through. And then I'll give a takeaway for the audience. So if you're following that framework, you can share unlimited stories. Now, what would be considered off limits, in my opinion, if you, as an example, physically harmed somebody with a knife, probably off limits. Probably wouldn't say that. If you were dealing a ton of substances, probably wouldn't say that. So like there's certain things that are like negative brand reputation. So but example, like, and again, I don't know your story and I'm not paraphrasing you, and you didn't even need to tell me. I'm just going to tell you what's bad for brand. Like if you've been incarcerated, you can definitely say that. And you can say that you made some mistakes in your life, but you don't have to go into detail with what the incarceration was. Because if you were to say, and I'm not saying this is you, and again, this is just for anybody that's listening to my podcast, it's like what's off limits versus on limits. It's like if you were incarcerated for like, probably don't share that, very bad, very, very bad. But other than that, like that pending like physical harm or to somebody else. And even if you like, I think if there's something that's like really fucking bad where you went to jail and it's like the public perception of that would be like, you're an absolute piece of shit. Probably don't do that. But other than that.
Well, you're really good at breaking this stuff down, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for that.
Pat me out. You're pumping my tires, bro. Fucking pumping my tires.
I got a lot of value from that, man. Still didn't tell me exactly how often, but it gives me a better outlook.
Oh, how often? Sorry, I apologize about that.
How to break it down. So I guess it wouldn't matter. Like, I could do it a couple of times a week. As long as it's broken down properly.
If you are posting, so if we think about the strategy that we just went over, right? So you were paying attention to the Billboard radio station shit that I just went over?
I didn't really get the Billboard radio stuff.
Okay, so the Billboard content, so I'll explain it so that everybody gets it without demonstrating. So Billboard content is content that is at the top of the funnel. Billboard content is content that you post that gets seen by everybody, okay? So it's content that has a high chance of performing well on social media because it is designed to be widely relatable, okay? So connection content is Billboard content because connection content, people can connect with your story. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But another example of Billboard content would be like funny content in the gym. That's Billboard content. Another example of Billboard content would be like fried eggs are bad for weight loss. Scrambled eggs are good. Hard-boiled eggs are excellent.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So like
broad value.
Yes, broad value. Exactly. You're following along. So in terms of connection, Dylan, it's like I would say once a week is more than enough if you're posting 7 times a week. Yeah. If you're posting 14 times a week, then I would say twice a week. So it all depends on your posting cadence, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Cool. Perfect. Is that helpful?
Definitely, man. Thanks heaps.
Awesome, bro. Talk to you soon. Peace. Giorgio, what up, big dog?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
I'm doing fucking great, bro. How are you doing?
Good. About another record month coming up, I think. 22.5 this month, so I'm excited. I had a question about sales. I've been really trying to get dialed into my sales. So Savage Sales yesterday helped a lot, by the way. Ended up closing someone like right after that. But You said something that made me question myself a little bit. You said the script is more about collecting data. And with Spencer yesterday, it wasn't really about like the order, right? So you see how in the beginning he went like right into the pain, like the prospect opened up, he went right into the pain, got a lot of nutrition information there, right? So when you're going like with the vision, does it have to go like pain points to vision? Like, or does vision like have to be like towards the end?
The answer, it doesn't have to be anywhere. So
Okay.
the script is designed as the structure, and then I'll go where the prospect leads me. So like if I start the call, Giorgio, and I'm like, what's your number one fitness goal that you want to accomplish for the year ends? And the prospect goes to vision immediately. And they're like, I want to lose 15 pounds and I want to be in the best shape of my life. And I want to like be da 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 da. If they go there, then I'm just going to follow the script. If I start the call and the prospect goes, I've been struggling to lose weight for the last 15 years. I have no idea what to do and I need support. I'm going to go to pain. Once I collect the pain point and once I'm like anchored on that pain point, I solidify the why now. Why is this important that you make this change right now and not later? Then I'm just going to go into the script and I'm going to go into the nutrition because we have to do that nutrition assessment. And the reason we have to do that nutrition assessment is because if we don't get the nutrition assessment, we don't get enough feel for their spending habits. And we also don't have ammunition for the close to basically poke holes in their current strategy. So to answer your question, can you just repeat the question one more time so I can answer it clearly?
I basically was asking, does the vision need to be towards the end because you're basically about to pitch the price? So you want like that vision fresh in their head, like before you're pitching the prices.
Ideally, the vision is closer to the end of the call. That's the ideal scenario
Okay.
because like the ideal scenario of a call, I actually just did a video about this. So I'm just going to show you guys. So it goes emotional and logical pain. So this is like either they tell on themselves and they're literally like, I've been struggling to lose weight for the last 5 years. I have no idea what to do. I need some help, blah, 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 blah. That's emotional pain. Logical pain is when you have a prospect on the call that feels like they know exactly what they're doing. But then you're like, okay, cool. So how long have you been working out? They're like 6 months. And you're like, how much weight have you lost? They're like, nothing. You're like, okay, so you've been working out for 6 months and you haven't lost any weight? They're like, no. And you're like, damn, that's weird. Why haven't you lost any weight? They're like, oh, I have no idea what to do, blah, 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 blah. So like the sequence to answer your question is, because now I'm contradicting myself. The 6 things that you need to close the deal is pain, vision, urgency, which we need to create a gap, a clear distance between where they are right now and where they want to be. We need to test their commitment and then we need to pitch. Those things ideally come in order. However, in the script, I've designed it so that you get the nutrition. So it'll go pain, and then you get the nutrition, and then you go to vision. And then once you go to vision, you're going to pull it away and you're basically be like, what happens if nothing changes? Then you're going to test commitment. Then you're going to pitch. That's the ideal sequence.
Okay, got it. Another sales question. I don't know if this is like a conflicting thing. I'm in Austin Medlin's sales course too. And, with the sales AI thing, it gave me a recommendation. I was like, I want to ask Brian about this. For the pitch and the pillars, it tells me to basically customize the pitch to them. So
Completely agree with that.
okay, cool. So definitely customize as much as I can, like on the fly, on the call.
100%. Me and Austin are actually very, very, very closely aligned with our sales psychology and strategy. That's why I work with him as much as I do, because we are very, very, very closely aligned. The only difference between me and Austin is he doesn't believe in scripts and I do. But other than that, the fundamentals are the exact same, overcoming objections before they come up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I wholeheartedly agree with the statement, customize the pitch directly to them, because you need to make the program sound like it fits their needs.
Okay, perfect. Another question. I want to start posting testimonial videos of like step-by-step how I got this client, this result. Because I just post a lot of transformation pictures, but I want to start doing more videos and I wanted to see like what's good with that nowadays and like maybe some creators you recommend like I could take a look at who do well with that.
Yeah, I have a bunch of videos from my team. I'll ask my team for them right now. We're going to say, yo, team, can anybody send me the Dropbox links from the videos that we just recorded that talks about how our clients got results? I've got a bunch of videos that I just recorded. I'll send you them as templates. But essentially the frame that you want to approach it from is 12 months ago today, my client Shane reached out and he was struggling to lose 15 pounds. And as of today, he's lost 15 pounds. He's in the best shape of his life. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how he did it. And then you just do a step-by-step breakdown.
Okay, cool. Where are you going to send that at? Is that going to be in the 10K messenger?
Yeah, I'm going to get my team to send it over to me. I don't know if they're edited yet, but I'll get my team to send them over to me. And then I'll send them over to you.
Okay, cool. Last question, super quick. I had basically a client who got really great results with me. She's still working with me. And her friend DM'd me basically saying, oh, my friend Crystal referred me, blah, blah, blah. And I went through the DM script, all good there. And then she's like, I can't book till next week because I'm on vacation. So I don't like booking 3 days in ahead. Just or what you guys say. But
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get that shit on my calendar. And I sent her the pre-call video today and immediately canceled the call. What do you think is a good way to what's a good message to send? Because she's a pretty hot lead, and I don't want to just treat her like just like a hey, like still there. You know what I mean?
She canceled the call?
She did cancel the call. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be like, hey, notice you cancel your call. What happened? Question mark.
That's it. Just keep it
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah, because if you go any more complicated than that or any more complex than that, then you're gonna cause some sort of objection. You just need to figure out the reason that you canceled. And then
Perfect.
her friend referred you, right?
Yep. Yeah. She did. Yeah. She literally said, Crystal referred me. She looks amazing.
Yeah. So then, so once she said why she canceled, just send her a before and after of her friend and be like, we got you. Like, regardless of whether or not you want to work with us, I'll help you come up with a custom game plan. So let's hop on a call. And even if we don't work together, then you'll walk away with some clarity and then you can just sell it on the call.
Brian, thank you so much, dude.
Appreciate you.
Super
Bro.
hyped to see you at the event, dude. Super hype.
Let's fucking go, Giorgio. Appreciate you, bro. Kathy. Hello, Kathy.
Hi, Brian.
How you doing?
Good, good. So good to see you.
So good to see you too. Tell me some wins.
Awesome. So biggest win was I signed a yearly PIF today.
Hey.
And this was after listening to your sales training yesterday, which was super helpful as well. I've also been doing a lot of sales training. I was actually just in Miami for Danny G's conference.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been like just getting obsessed with sales.
I love that.
And I realized I'm like, oh, there's a lot of mistakes I made within that call. The one that I sold could have gone a lot better. There was a lot of back and forth, especially in the objection, but I was able to close her.
Yep.
However, she did ask for a discount and I did bend. So what would you do in that situation if somebody's like, first of all, she gave me the spouse objection before the call.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'm still going to need to talk to my spouse, even though I hear the numbers on the call, so it was kind of like already that. And then after the call, she said she wanted a discount. Like she didn't say specifically how much, but I gave her a $200 discount. Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer is it depends. Like if I'm on a call with a prospect and they are, because you already kind of revealed your 12-month program is your longest program, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So your 12-month program is your longest program. If I'm on a call with a client, Kathy, and they tell me that they want a discount and I offer them the 6-month, my default response is, well, that's the best rate that I can offer for you. However, if you did want to commit to 12 months instead of 6 months, I'll give you a 10% discount on that because that's either going to close the deal at the current rate or they're going to close in a year, which is great. But full transparency, if I have a client on the phone that I believe is going to be a good prospect and the difference between getting them over the line and not is like some sort of fast action discount that I can give them immediately on the call, I will give it to them. And
Okay.
then the condition of me giving it to them will be if they take action immediately on this call right now. If they get off the call, the discount doesn't apply.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did kind of do something like that where I was like, hey, I don't normally do this. Like it's already $1,000 discount by you doing the year, but I will do an exception. I said, because it's my birthday, I'm just going to give you $200.
Yeah. So like if it gets the deal over the line, I will do it. My default option is like if I say no, but you can't really say no if you've already refilled your longest card,
Right.
but she's already going for the longest program. So I'd rather close the year paid in full than not close it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I did that. Okay. Now the other question I had for you was, she also said she wanted to see the agreement before sending the investment. So this was like a 3-day period of trying to close her. So it was like objection after objection. But anyway, I sent her the agreement this morning and she signed it and then sent the money. But I've had 2 situations so far this year where that happened. One of them was like I sent the agreement and then she didn't close. And then this one did. So I'm wondering like what would you do? Would you send it before or like
You're doing this on Zoom, correct?
depends. So I let them choose if they want to do Zoom or phone call. She was a Zoom.
Don't let them choose. Just put them on Zoom. The reason you should put them on Zoom is because if you get on Zoom, you can be like, okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. Let's just look at the agreement together because then we can walk through anything. And if you have any questions, I can help you understand what's actually in the agreement. And then you just screen share and you literally go through the agreement with them. Yeah, here's the
Okay.
agreement. Yeah. So basically how it works is it's like when you guys sign up for a gym, the gym doesn't send you home with a contract. They literally sign you up to get you to agree. And then they walk you through and they're like, cool, initial here, bye-bye. So that's how I view sales calls. If somebody wants to see the agreement, Kathy, I would rather walk through the agreement with them because then they can't talk themselves out of the agreement based off of something that they said. And if they have any questions or arguments about the agreement, we can just have it on the spot instead of them having to think about it on their own.
I see. So Zoom always.
Yep.
Right. And then would you have them always sign the agreement before sending the investment, the link?
No.
No.
Pay first, sign later.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So it was only if they asked for it, right?
Only if they ask for it, 100%.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's easy to do. Okay.
Cool.
That was all my questions. I'm excited to see you too in August. I already booked my flight and everything, so can't wait.
Let's go. See you soon.
Yeah.
See you
See you
soon.
soon.
Bye,
Yeah.
Kathy.
Bye.
Chris, what's up, G?
Yo, what's crack-a-lacking, my good friend?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I want to say hi to Dill as well. Dill's a good friend of mine. He lives in the same areas where I'm at, so he's killing it as well. So good to see you, Dill. So, brother, I've got some questions. I've been following you for a little bit, and that's when I signed up and sort of need your help and vice versa, and been working with your team to sort of get the content and stuff out. I just got a few questions that are very similar to what's sort of happening now. Like I do 3 posts a day.
Yep.
Anywhere from, which has been a massive thing. So now stepping, like I was as a retired bodybuilder and stuff now, and spending so much time on my content and changing my complete avatar around what's actually truly going on around obviously gravitating sort of more business. I found doing the 3 posts today have been very time consuming because I run 4 different companies. So for me, it's like trying to hit the new market of what we set up as an avatar.
Yep.
So my avatar is 35 men plus and performance athletes. I'm a bodybuilding coach and look after amateur bodybuilders as well.
Yep.
So with my post and what I'm trying to do, like some of them hit really well and some of them don't hit very well, especially when I talk about obviously PEDs, so TRT for men over 35 and stuff like that, which sort of gravitates a bit of audience. And very similar to Dill about life stories, I'm trying to sort of now put some time into obviously background noise. So background about how my, where I came from, what I'm doing, all that sort of stuff, trying to build a bit more of a connection to the audience that I had. Now, even with my following, even though I've got a great following and stuff on social media, the biggest thing that I've found swapping across from my modeling career and all that sort of stuff, and then stepping into this space of obviously coaching and stuff, I lost one of my best friends for my post. He doesn't even want to look at my post anymore. He's like, dude, I don't want to look at your shit anymore. It's not you. It's not authentic, all this sort of stuff. Literally, he's blocked me and everything on social media now, which was like heartbreaking for me. And I've lost a friend out of just my post, bro. So, which is devastating to one, but two, it's like my biggest goal, and I said this to your team and stuff, I want to try and hit 100K months. That's my goal. You know, like Maddie O'Reilly and Emily King and stuff, like they're really good friends of mine as well.
Yeah.
So, and seeing them doing so well and kicking it and stuff, that was sort of my motivation and drive, obviously, to sign up and to get to a point where, you know, those guys are doing the same thing. And I'm just trying to replicate, obviously, the 30-day script that you guys are giving me for what to post and how to post and all that sort of stuff. I'm just a little bit stuck with sort of getting more of an audience with what it is that I'm trying to capture with my posts. So when you go on to obviously my Instagram and whatnot, some of them do well, some of them don't do well. And I think I don't know if it's my CTA that's not working correctly or whatever. I'm getting signups. So I'm close to nearly 40K months, but in doing so, it's sort of like it's at this stuck range. It's really, really stuck.
Yeah.
So I don't know where to go from here. I've messaged the team just to see if they can reevaluate, obviously, how I'm posting and maybe what we need to do around trying to maybe change the content, if so be, or if I'm on the right track with the content and just stick at it.
How many days have you been posting consistently with us with the 3 times a day, just so I'm on the same page?
I think there's been 2 days, bro, where I've got 2 out. Like 2 posts out, and that's just because I do crazy hours. Like I'm up every morning at 4:15, and I go to bed most nights at like 11:30, even 11:45.
Okay,
and that's because of the amount of as I was saying, I run different companies as well. So this is my main breadwinner at the moment, but I've got 2 major startup companies that's cost me a lot of time, a lot of money, very stressful. So it's been full on.
Got it. Okay, so I'm going to touch on a few things. Thing number 1 is there's a call called content audits in the program. You need to be on every single fucking call. So regardless of what you have going on in your schedule, come to content audits. Every single fucking call for the next 6 months. And I guarantee you will break through. It's impossible for you to fail if you do content audits because Cole is that good. And obviously there's going to be some calls where he's going to pull up your content, but there's going to be some calls where he's reviewing other people's content. But if content is the number 1 thing that's going to help us break through, then that needs to be the primary focus. Because based off of your Instagram and what I'm looking at right now, it's clear that you have the credentials, you have the experience, you have the knowledge, and you have the credibility. And so we need to find a way for that credibility to come through in the way that you're communicating and the message that you're saying on social media. So that's thing number 1. Has to happen.
Okay.
Thing number 2, I'm going to say this respectfully and very honestly, fuck your friend. Your friend that unfollowed you and fucking blocked you on social media, that wasn't an actual friend. Because somebody that's an actual friend would have your back as you're going through a major transition in your life. is your actual friend would see you trying to put yourself out there and be like, yo, Chris, like, I'm like on your side. I want you to win. But the way that I view it, dude, is like, fuck your friend respectfully. Because if your homie was your actual homie, he wouldn't have blocked you on social media for you actually pursuing your dreams. And if he had some sort of issue with the way that you were posting, he could definitely have had a sit down conversation with you and talk to you about it. But there's like somebody that's willing to block you about when you're chasing your dreams. Fuck your friend. That's not a friend. That's a frenemy. And a frenemy is somebody that you have close to you that's in your life that like watches you succeed and like secretly hopes you fail. Because somebody that's actually on your team and has your fucking back wouldn't do that to you. Like Cole would never do that to me. I posted shit on my social media that Cole has wildly disagreed with, and we're still fucking brothers. He's going to be like, I don't think you should post that, but you're still my fucking brother. I think you're retarded for posting that, but you're still my fucking brother. So like somebody that isn't willing to do that is not a fucking friend. And I also got to say that like, if you actually commit to this journey of $100,000 a month, which by the way, Chris, usually it's the people that are ballsy enough to make that statement that actually hit it. I'm just going to fucking say that out loud. So the fact that you said that of your own volition without any sort of like fucking acknowledgement, I just want you to know that it's 100% possible and you can do that. I will also let you know, Chris, that if you're going to walk down that journey and go for $100,000 a month, you're going to have more homies that are going to drop off like flies, because when they see and they realize how much money you're making, they're going to be like, I don't believe you. You're fucking, I know in Australia, they got this like tall poppy syndrome bullshit, you know? So it's like, you just got to brush it off, bro. The real ones reveal themselves as you continue to move forward and as you continue posting. Third thing I'm going to say, this is the final piece of advice that I'll give around your situation, is you're going to have some content that fucking rips and you're going to have some content that fucking flops. And that's just a part of the game. And like the invitation that I have for you, Chris, is to keep fucking posting. You know, if I go to my page, 12,000 views, 8,000 views, 21,000, 16,000, 13,000, 7,000, 11,000, 72,000, 26,000. It's like, but I don't care. I just keep fucking posting. And like, I keep posting with the intention of getting better, which is why for you, it's like the intention of getting better is like, okay, I'm going to come to content audits every single week. And I'm going to listen to these boys about the content creation. Cause like, if you come every single week, it's fucking impossible for you to fail. There's no way that you'll fail, but keep up with it 3 times a day, every day. One thing I will say as well is like, if you go to your page, Chris, and you notice that there's a certain topic that has a breakthrough, then double down on that topic. So there was one video that I just fucking looked at. What's this? So like this to me, like people love your funny shit. So let's do more funny shit. And then when it comes to your talking content, anything that, what's this? There we go. So like the funny shit is breaking through. So that's something that's working. So let's do this.
If you're a man and you struggle from weak erections, sensitive nipples, holding water completely everywhere, emotional for no reason, and
you know who you need to follow, bro? You might know this guy.
Zach Smith.
Yeah.
He's Smith, a mate of mine. He's a good mate of mine.
Yeah. Zach Smith's my fucking boy. So if you're going to go down that direction.
4 signs that you might be insulin resistant. Number 1, you're storing fat around the belly and nowhere else. This has nothing to do with your calories. This means that your body.
So this is the level that you're trying to get to. So I want you to look at his content for inspiration. And then again, come to content audits every single week, but you absolutely can break through. You absolutely can get to $100,000 a month. Don't worry about the views on your content. What you need to worry about,
I'm not worried about the views anymore. I'm so fucking past that, bro. Like when I was doing like all my top stuff, bro, it was like 100,000 views, all this sort of shit with when I'm half naked. I don't care about any of that shit anymore.
Yeah.
All I care about is getting at least, if I can change one person and that one person turns into a call to action and I actually sign that person up for help, that's all I care for. And if that means 1 a day, 7 days a week, that's 7 new clients, right?
Yeah.
I actually don't care about the numbers or the likes anymore. I'm way past that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, bro. You're going to rip. I'm excited for you.
Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate you, bro.
Is there anything else you need from me?
No, I think it's just around my content. It's just trying to work out exactly where I'm sitting with my content and stuff like that. That was probably the biggest thing right now.
I'll send Cole a message right now with your Instagram and I'll tell him that on the next content audit, I want him to pull you up. One sec. Yo, Cole, on the next content audit, this guy, he's a stud. He's in our program. He's in the 10K chat. I want you to do a content audit on this guy specifically. I think he's got the potential to crush. I'll make sure he gets your content audit. You got to show up for that call though.
I will. Dude, what normal days is that?
I don't have the exact fucking date and time on me. But I'll get my team to send you the call schedule so that you know exactly what it is.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Just so I can schedule it out because I've obviously got face-to-face. So if I can cancel that out, sweet.
Okay. Sounds good, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, guys. Last thing I'm just going to say, all right? Every single person in this coaching program has the opportunity. Like, I want you guys to realize something, okay? If you've hit $10,000 a month, that means that you can hit $20,000 a month. If you've hit $20,000 a month, that means you can hit $50,000 a month. And once you hit $50,000 a month, it means you can hit $100,000 a month. Every single coaching client that's come through this coaching program that has hit $100,000 a month started out exactly where the fuck you guys are at. You know, and the conversation that I had with Chris made me want to have the realization and have the conversation with you that if you guys make a fucking statement and a claim for the type of revenue you want to generate, you will fucking do it. And for Chris, you know, Chris is doing 40K a month, so he can see 100K on the horizon. So if you're doing $10,000 a month, you better see 25K on the horizon. Giorgio, you're doing 25K. I want you to be seeing 50K. Like, do not allow yourself to dream small. Do not allow yourself to play small, because playing small gets you fucking nowhere. You know, nobody remembers the people that played small. And a perfect example of somebody that made the decision to step into their power, and I just want to shout this fucking dude out right now, Philip Stuckey. What's up, my boy? How many of you guys remember the conversation I had with Philip Stuckey 4 weeks ago, where Philip was like, oh yeah, you know, I've been trying to hit 10K a month for the last 6 months. And I just called him into greatness. And I was like, let's fucking hit it this month. How many of you guys remember that conversation? We fucking did it. Philip just hit $10,000 this month. He made the decision and then he fucking hit it. All right. So any revenue that you guys want to hit, any number that you guys want to hit is available to you. But first you need to claim it. You need to make the decision that it's fucking yours. Peace, love, and protein, y'all. Thank you guys for being my clients. Hope you guys have the best day of your entire life. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Deuces. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.